Honestly, this is what the quality I want every month. We'll see if that happens, obviously. I know I always say that and then I don't do it, but I am gonna do it. Not a huge fan of the cover. Hello my angels, welcome back to another video. I'm a little bit high up, but I can't be bothered to change the camera angle, and that's fine. That's okay, because today we are unboxing the September Fairyloot. I know I'm not the best with videos at the moment, but I'm trying to just get my unboxings out at the very least. I will be back soon, I promise. I'm just figuring things out. September Fairyloot. I have a feeling I know the book. I don't want to say it in case people don't want to know, but then again, why are you watching this if you don't want to know? Oh god, I don't know where my thing is to open it. Okay. Oh. There we go. Okay. Not much else to say. I can't remember what the theme is, as per usual. Can't remember what the book is, as per usual. Oh, the book is on the top this time. There is a blanket. 6 Crimson Cranes blanket. Okay, I love blankets, so it's probably going to be a winner for me. 6 Crimson Cranes was a 3.5 star book for me. It was good, it was fine. I think I've got the sequel on its way because I liked it enough to get the sequel. And it's got very pretty artwork. I mean, even the artwork just on this is quite pretty. Let's have a look, shall we? I don't actually know how much of that you can see. Oh, quite a lot, I think. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna look at it myself now. Half black, half white. There's the cranes. Oh, and it's kind of in the style of that famous piece of art with the waves, I think. It reminds me of that, which is like Japanese style. Although this is, I think this one's Chinese. It's either 6 Crimson Cranes or Daughter of the Moon Goddess that's Korean. I think it might be 6 Crimson Cranes that's Korean. I would say it's kind of see-through. I wouldn't say it's the most amazing. I would have liked a little more colour personally, considering how colourful the edition was. It was like a bright purple and lots of colours. It's lovely though. I think it's meant to be this way with the white on the top. I do like the design. 5 out of 5 for a blanket, I'm gonna be honest. I always love blankets. This is also one of the months where I think they've started doing 4 items instead of 5, but we'll see. We have coasters. I feel like I haven't had coasters in a while. I still use both of my coaster sets. One of them is Avatar: The Last Airbender and one of them is Blood and Honey. That's the sequel. What's the first one called? Serpent and Dove. These are botanic coasters. I'm kind of in love with these. So we have Atropa Belladonna, and it makes me remember that I am right in what the book is. Helleborus viridis. Solanum nigrum, it wants to focus. Digitalis purpurea, foxglove. Oh, foxglove, belladonna, hellebore, and nightshade. Ooh. So this is the foxglove. I am completely in love with these. I'm going to start using these immediately. 5 out of 5, no notes. Absolutely no notes. I think they're gorgeous. I love botanical things. I love botanics. I love flowers. I love the way they look. I love the aesthetics of them. I love everything. That means the same thing, looks and aesthetics, but we're not going to talk about that. Next, we have a Carden trinket tray. So Carden is from The Cruel Prince, and they've been doing these trinket trays for a little while now, and I really like this. I love the shimmer, like the kind of glow around him. I love the artwork. I'm trying to zoom in a little bit so you can see him properly. His tail glows as well. I love the bits on the outside. The other ones in this series have been Addie LaRue and James Herondale, who is from one of the Dark Artifices. I think that's Cassie Clare, which I don't want. If anyone wants it, let me know. I will sell it to you cheap. I very much like this and will be keeping it. I like it a lot. This is good quality. This is good quality stuff. Coasters, a blanket, and a trinket tray. Honestly, this is what the quality I want every month. We'll see if that happens, obviously. Probably not. But considering they announced last month that they were going to do 4 items instead of 5, this is the type of stuff you want to see in that first box where you're only getting 4. Whereas Illumicrate really fucked up start of this year where it was just like utter shit. And then the last proper item is one of these tea tray things. Not trays, tea tins. That you open it and there's like a thing there. I don't actually know what this means. I think you keep tea bags in them, so I don't see why you would have more than one, personally. I currently have about 5 because there's just been so many. And this is from, this says Adeline Grace, which was the last month's Fairyloot, I think. So this Vicious Grace. Am I wrong? I will check the thingy-mabob, don't worry. I know I always say that and then I don't do it, but I am going to do it. And it says, death was her poison and all she wanted was to consume more. Yeah, I swear this is this Vicious Grace. So here we are. I quite like the green and the purple together. I do just wish it was a different item because I just don't use these. I feel like they just take up space and they're not pretty enough. Like the shape of it and everything is not pretty enough to put on my shelf. Like it's quite bulky. I could maybe store like pins in it or something, but I want to display pins. I've already debunked my own thing. Let's check the spoiler card. Oop. I hate this stuff, honestly. Botanic Coasters. Oh, no, this is from Belladonna, which is the book. It's gonna be the book. Yeah, Prince Carden, and then the coasters are Ancient Apothecary. I was completely wrong about the book. Ignore me. I thought it was last month's book for some reason, but it's this month's book. We have the 2 tarot cards as well. So we have Death and the Hanged Man. So we have here Death and the Hanged Man. And these are based on Signa as the Hanged Man and Death as the Death card. And the characters are from Belladonna. So what they've done this month is instead of picking a book that's already out, they've picked the same book that's coming in this box. Which I don't mind. I just hope they don't end up doing that every month because I would like tarot cards of other characters from other books as well. I'm sure they haven't exhausted all characters from all books. I hope that, like, I'm fine with it. I just hope this isn't going to be a staple for every single month because that would be disappointing in my opinion to not have more characters. You know, the characters from Babel, like any characters. I think that is it. Yes. So we are now going to look at the book, which I did almost just forget to show you. Yes. So this is Belladonna by Adeline Grace. Obviously something to do with poisonous flowers. And we have, here it is. Not a huge fan of the cover. I don't know if it's the typeface. Like this font reminds me of the Thursday Murder Club or like a crime book for some reason. And then her name being down there, like, but over to the right seems odd to me. Your name is no curse, little bird. I just like the taste of it. Ooh, sexy. So these are the edges. I wouldn't say the most inspired or inspiring edges. We've had many a flower on an edge, but considering that this is literally about flowers, I can forgive it. Fairyloot tend to have good end papers, so... Ooh, okay, so there's a printed cover underneath as well, which is slightly different to the cover on there. There's like some slightly different flowers and berries. They're not quite the same. Can you see? They're not quite the same. I don't know how to feel about these printed covers. I'm not, I wouldn't say like I'm angry at it, but I'm not like excited by it either. I do like a bit more. I would have liked if the typeface, if the font was gilded, possibly, like embossed, whatever you call it, with like silver perhaps, and then the rest of it also was printed. But it is nice. It is very nice, and it's nice to have that underneath when you don't want to use the dust jacket. These end papers are incredible. So we have this, which is, I assume, Death and Signa or whatever it was, the same people in the tarot cards, and the same thing here as well. Oh, I love this artwork so much. I recognise the art style. I think it might be ARZ. So the artwork on the hardcover is by Tarat Jar, who does all of the monthly artwork. Says artwork on the end papers by Monolime Art. Yeah, I thought so. It's the style of these is very recognisable as Monolime Art. One of my favourite artists. One of, I assume, all of the bookish community's favourite artists. This, from the aesthetics, looks right up my street. I almost don't want to read the synopsis. I feel like synopses always put me off, but we're gonna do it anyway. For as long as Signa Farah has been alive, the people in her life have fallen like stars. Orphaned as a baby, 19-year-old Signa has been raised by a string of guardians, each more interested in her wealth than her well-being. Each has met an untimely end. Oh, that reminds me of like a series of unfortunate events. Her remaining relatives are the elusive Hawthorns, an eccentric family living at Thorn Grove, an estate both glittering and gloomy. Its patriarch mourns his late wife through wild parties, while his son grapples for control of the family's waning reputation and his daughter suffers from a mysterious illness. But when their mother's restless spirit appears claiming she was poisoned, Signa realises that the family she depends on could be in grave danger and enlists the help of a surly stable boy to hunt down the killer. Oh, I don't want a different love interest. I just want death. Signa's best chance of uncovering the murderer, though, is an alliance with Death himself, a fascinating, dangerous shadow who has never been far from his side. Though he's made her life a living hell, Death shows Signa that their growing connection may be more powerful and more irresistible than she ever dared imagined. They better be together. I don't care about this stable boy. Oh, the help of a silly stable boy. Don't care. I want the woman to fuck the supernatural demon, please. And I know it's YA and I don't care. Although I think this is a bit of a crossover, like a bit of a crossover genre. They keep doing that. Between their adult and YA boxes, they keep picking NA almost for both of them sometimes. But that's okay for me because I'm subscribed to both. Because I cannot resist books. And I know you all relate to that. So yeah, that is this box. Overall, actually pretty happy. Even though I think this is a good item because it's a big item and like it's pretty, it's just the tea tins in general not for me. The trinket tray I love, the coasters I adore, and obviously blankets are always going to be a yes for me. And obviously we get the bookmark for the month which matches the spoiler card. We get the fairy scoop which has like an interview with the author that I never read, and then we have like artwork of the thing with a thing from the author on the back. I really like this artwork as well. This is very nice. I'm actually quite excited for this book. I need to catch up on my book box battles. I know I say this every time, but it's fine. We're gonna get there in the end and hopefully catch up at some point. I hope you enjoyed this video. What I do want you to do is look at these crabs. I mean, this is one big crab, but look at these names on this crab. Aren't they so beautiful? If you want your name to be on this crab, you should check out my Patreon in the description below. Or you'll be missing out on so much. Discord is popping. We got so much going on. You should check it out in the description below. Thank you so much to everyone who has supported me on Patreon. It's been 1 year on Patreon since I last spoke to you guys on YouTube. And I'm eternally grateful. Everyone there is amazing. It's such a good community and I could cry, genuinely, but I won't because it's time to end the video. Goodbye.